your screen, you have any presentation, please inform the contest chair during the briefing session. Once your speech have finished, you will mute your audio immediately. You will receive your certificate of participation later through your area director. Those are the ground rules of the online contest. Before contest chair officially call the contest to order, let me introduce our energetic master of ceremony, distinguished Toastmaster Shankar Vishwanathan and distinguished Toastmaster Nooran Bakswain. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome our contest, our master of ceremonies, distinguished Toastmaster Shankar Vishwanathan and distinguished Toastmaster Nooran Bakswain.
Thank you so much, Madam Sergeant. Good evening, DTM Nooran. Distinguished leaders, fellow Toastmasters, honorable guests. On behalf of the organizing committee of the Saudi Arabian Toastmasters Annual Conference 2020, we welcome you all to the annual speech contest for the year 2020. We take this opportunity to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Abdullah Filimban, the District 104 Director, distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed Kuni, District 104 Program Quality Director, distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed Nasiruddin Al-Hawsawi, District 104 Club Growth Director, distinguished Toastmaster Joey Villanova, past District 79 Governor and current District 104 Finance Manager, distinguished Toastmaster Marwan Dashash, immediate past Director of District 104, distinguished Toastmaster Mohammad Rashid Ali, past Director of District 104, all the division and area officials of District 104. Welcome. This is another first added to the list of other distinguished achievements of District 104. This is the first time a district contest is being held online here in District 104. And to make this successful, we need your patience, your love, and your support for all the contestants who prepared so hard to be here this evening. Necessity, they say, is the mother of all inventions. While we were excited to make that journey to Taif, honestly, I'm sure all of you were, to witness this year's contest, fate obviously had other plans for us.
So when presented with a challenge, the district leadership team missed no beat and swiftly arranged for the annual contest to be held online. Was it challenging? Was it a bit stretched? Who best to answer these questions but the person himself who was responsible for putting all of this together?
To help explain more, please help me welcome the Program Quality Director for District 104 to officially announce this contest open. A General Manager with Abdul Latif Jamil, an engineer by qualification, a SAP professional by profession, more importantly, a Toastmaster for 9 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed Kuni.
Thanks, MC, DTM Shankar and Nooran for that wonderful introduction. On behalf of District 104 SATAC 2020 Organizing Committee, I'm honored and delighted to welcome you all to this first District 104 online contest. All the district dignitaries, contestants, and the distinguished guests. This 2 days contest will bring a heap of excitement, encouragement, entertainment, and healthy competition, and the knowledge transfer, learning, and the great virtual networking. Success of this conference is the result of months of hard work, dedications, and commitment to exceed the experience of our dear members and guests. The spread of COVID-19 has changed the global landscape overnight. Saudi government's restrictions on social gathering that really impacted everyone, including the Toastmasters, which has forced us to have this SATAC 2020 online instead of enjoying excellent weather in Taif. And District 104, along with District 20, taken some initiative to conduct the mock contest before we experience this, because this is the first experience for all the Toastmasters, including the officials. And few of the division contests were conducted online, including Division H, and some of the Arabic contests were conducted. And this is the first time in the district is hosting an online contest. SATAC is always a fun, and we learn leadership through taking up different roles. So today, I'm going to introduce some of the key players who are behind organizing this event. To name few, we have our host, Toastmaster Abdul Hadi, who is also responsible for the registrations and PR. Is continuously following with all the members to make sure that everybody, register online. Then we have DTM Bashir Ampalavan. His experience as a Division H contest online, he conducted the online contest. So that experience has really resulted in organizing this event. And he's also one of the contest master for tonight. And I was really fortunate to have a dedicated and committed contest planning chair and the co-host for tonight. It is distinguished Toastmaster Tangasamy. I'm praying God that he came all the way from Riyadh. So that's a great blessing for us. And then all the SATAC logo, all the PR activities have been done by our media support chair, Toastmaster Sarfraz Ismail Sheikh. And then we have some of the role players, chief tally counters, and chief surgeon at arm. We have Toastmaster Kavita, led by Toastmaster Noor. She'll be handling the spotlight video control. So plays a significant role in the online contest. And TM Sumir will be handling the waiting room and the audio video control. And we have DTM Ashraf Abubakar and DTM Saida Ansari as the breakout room in charge. And then we have a dedicated Toastmaster Samir Kunan as our tally counter. Can you move the slide? Yeah, and we have a dedicated timer, Abdul Mohsin, chief timer. Along with Mohsin, we have Babu Mehta and the Najib Khan. And then we have tally counters led by Muhammad Samir, Jasmine, supported by Jasmine and Angelito Nasha. These are our role players, and we have a chief judge and we have contest masters. Really worked hard to make this happen. So having said this, I call this meeting to order. Over to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you so much, DTM Mohammed Kuni, the Program Quality Director for District 104, for those inspiring words.
From one inspiring personality to the next, District 104 has been moving from strength to strength every year. And one person who has been a pillar of support is the next speaker. For all the members in District 104, old as well as new, he needs no introduction. I kindly ask our current District 104 Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Abdullah Filimban, to grace this occasion with a few words.
Thank you very much, Master of the Ceremony. Dear leaders, members, guests, very, very, very good evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam and good evening.
We in District 104, we proved that we have leaders. We proved that we can go with any challenge. We passed by this corona virus. Then, for personal reason, we find our contest planning chair regret not to continue and do the role of this chairman responsibility. Immediately, I found another leader. I found that DTM Konhi, the BQD for the District 104, can take over. And within no time, he could form a team and start work preparing for this contest with no time. This is what we like to see in our district. Leaders are ready to take their roles, are ready to serve. I'm so happy that I'm surrounded by the leaders like this. As DTM Konhi said, although that we are not in Taif, but still we appreciate the Hospital of King Abdulaziz for this initiative to accept sponsorship of the SATAC 2020. God knows that may we can make it SATAC 21 in Taif. The leaders, without good efforts, connecting night and day, this event could not be happening. Thanks for the leader who is behind this, DTM Konhi. Thanks for his team that working hard to make this event happen. I'm following up with them, doing meetings, correcting the agenda, going back and forth, inviting people. It is not easy job. So let me thank from my deep heart those members behind this event. Also, this is very important to say, we started on time, that reflect District 104, respecting the time for everybody, respecting the members to develop. We offer a lot of things this year through the program quality, through the club growth. And we are seeing the fruit of this. Sure, we will have the goals to be achieved. And I'm already scheduled tentatively Thanksgiving event for all District 104 achievers in August mid, inshallah. And by this, I'm really thank all of you attending this very important event to encourage our representative. God knows we can see him the champion, like our brother, DTM Mohammed Al-Qahtani. Back to you.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Abdullah Filimban, the District Director for 104, for those words of encouragement. We now move on to the next segment this evening. Now, this segment normally is accompanied with much show and much fanfare in an actual physical contest. But let me assure you, the online format is equally, if not more, exciting.
The banner parade. We will be rolling out the division banners, followed by the areas in the said divisions. The first division is Division A. Division Division A led by Toastmaster Mubarak Saeed. Areas under Division A.
Tanga, can you slow down the audio, the music?
Areas under Division A. Areas under Division A are Area 39, led by Toastmaster Badriya Al-Jam'an, Area 40, led by Toastmaster Abdulaziz Muhammad Nazih, Area 41, led by Toastmaster Yafan Al-Sharaya, Area 69, led by Toastmaster Area 69, led by Toastmaster and Area 70, led by
Division C, led by Distinguished Toastmaster Faris Elgari. Now, the areas under Division C is Area 8, led by Toastmaster Nada Al-Kuwaidi, Area 11, led by Toastmaster Samia Baghalab, and Area 27, led by Toastmaster Muataz Khayat. Division G Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Abdullah Khoja. Now, areas under Division G. Area 7, led by Toastmaster Tamim Ansar Rashid Ali. Area 24, led by Toastmaster Khurram Jahan Nasir. And Area 33, led by Toastmaster Ayman Yusuf Al-Shruji. Division H, led by Distinguished Toastmaster Bashir Ambawalan. The areas under Division H. Area 5, led by Toastmaster Abdullah Badaoud. Area 18, led by Toastmaster Rabia Moeddin. Area 34, led by Toastmaster Muhammad Farhan Malik. And Area 37, led by Toastmaster Sheikh Khaja Moeddin.
Division I, led by Distinguished Toastmaster Abdurrahman Umar HAWSAWI. The areas under Division I are Area 46, led by Toastmaster Maryam Mohammed Al-Alawi. Area 47, led by Toastmaster Ibrahim Masood Faraj Al-Muwallad. Area 73, led by Toastmaster Bakr Ahmed Wada.
Division J, under the able leadership of Toastmaster Hussein Hassan Khobrani. The areas under Division J, Area 1, under Toastmaster Omar Ahmed Hadi. Area 2, under Toastmaster Usama Barhum Al-Tahir. And Area 3, under Toastmaster Salah Gassoon.
Division K, led by Distinguished Toastmaster Riaz Abu Bakr Sarang. The areas under Division K. Area 6, led by Toastmaster Mahi Muhammad Yusuf. Area 35, led by Toastmaster Ramakrishna Kumar. Area 16, led by Toastmaster Adam Isa.
Division T, led by Toastmaster Saleh Bakit Al-Jarallah. The areas of Division T, Area 12, under Toastmaster Saleh Mansoor Al-Tassan. Area 30, under Toastmaster Guhara Hamid Al-Hussaini. And Area 49, under Toastmaster Ibrahim Al-Raheli. Area 72, led by Toastmaster Maha Awad Basef, and Area 74, led by Toastmaster Ala Alawi Al-Jahri.
District 104, led by our District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Abdullah Filimban.
The District Executive Committee, DTM Mohammed Kunhi, who is our Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed Nasruddin Al-Hawsawi, the Club Growth Director, Toastmaster Amjad Saud Idris, the Public Relations Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster Alan Heradura, the Administrative Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster Joey Villanova, the Finance Manager, Toastmaster Kavita Maruswamy, the Logistics Manager, Distinguished Toastmaster Marwan Dashash, the Immediate Past District 104 Director, all the area and division directors under District 104. We welcome you all.
Thank you so much, all the division directors, the area directors, and all other club officials for your diligent hard work and efforts.
DTM Nuran, so now that brings us officially to the first contest of this year. I'm assuming everyone here is excited as much as I am. The first contest this evening is the humorous speech contest. Now, before we begin, Nuran, can I tell you a joke, please?
Are you going to show me your bank balance again?
No. That joke has already turned into a disaster. I don't want to talk about that. An actual joke, maybe an actual riddle, and this is open for everyone here who's participating. But tell me, what is blue and not heavy? I'll give you 5 seconds. What is blue and not heavy?
I don't know.
Light blue.
I am so glad you are not one of the contestants in this category, because I know we have some superb contestants lined up this year.
Keeping aside my hurt from that comment of yours, let me introduce you to the officials of the humorous speech contest for the year 2020. The chief judge is one of my favorite Toastmasters of all time, distinguished Toastmaster Tess Villanova. Now, the contest master is the president of the Effort University Toastmasters Club. A student of psychology, don't be fooled by her calm demeanor. Students at Effort will vouch for the fact that she is herself, in fact, a legendary humorous speaker.
Please help us welcome Master for the humorous speech contest, Toastmaster Faiza Arshad.
Thank you, Master of the Ceremonies, district officials, contest officials, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the District 104 Annual Humorous Speech Contest. Now, humor is a powerful tool that can completely change the way people perceive what you're saying. If done correctly, it makes both the speaker and their message memorable. But humor is also a skill that is not easy to master, which is why we all have immense respect for everybody in this contest. Now, the purpose of the humorous speech contest are 3. To provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities and to recognize the best as an encouragement to all. To provide an opportunity to learn by observing the more proficient speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training. And lastly, to recognize the value of humor in speaking. Humor creates connections. People can simply relax and take in information without having to think too much. Humor is positive, and who doesn't love a little bit of positivity in their life? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what the humorous contest is all about. Now, we will be conducting the humorous speech contest based on the guidelines from the Toastmasters International Contest Rulebook, and also following the online guidance that have been provided to us, online meeting guidelines. All the contestants have met eligibility criteria, which is to be a member in good standing in a club in good standing. They must have completed 6 projects from the Competent Communications Manual or Level 1 and Level 2 from any unique path that Toastmasters has to offer. The judges, contestants, contest leaders, and Sergeant-at-Arms have been fully briefed on the rules, and the contestants have been informed about the timing procedures. Let me begin by explaining the timing criteria. The minimum qualifying time is 4.5 minutes, and the maximum is 7.5 minutes. Mr. Timer, shall we please test the timing? The green light will be displayed at 5 minutes, the amber at 6, and the red at 7. From the moment the red light is on, the speaker has 30 seconds to wrap up their presentation. No indication will be given if the speaker goes over time, and the red signal will remain on screen until they end their speech. Thank you, Mr. Timer. In case of a fault in the timing device, an additional 30 seconds will be allowed for the speaker. I request the co-host to kindly mute all microphones except contestants and contest master when the contest begins. Now, let me explain the flow of the contest. As right now, everyone is muted and their videos have been turned off, let us maintain this. The co-host will unmute the contestant as per the speaking order. When a contestant is introduced, I will ask each of them to adjust their video and audio settings, and they will be given 30 seconds to The contestant will be given 30 seconds to confirm that their video and audio is functioning and they can see the timer. And after the 30 seconds, they will be allowed to start their speech. There will be a 1-minute interval between all speeches for the judges to mark their ballots. After all the contestants have finished their speeches, a 3-minute silence will be observed so that the judges can score their contestants. The tally counters will then collect the ballots privately from the chief judges, and the judges will send the ballot to chief judge only. Announcement of the contest winners is final unless the names have been announced incorrectly, in which case the chief judge, tally counters, or timers are permitted to immediately interrupt to correct the error. May I remind all of the members joined here today to mute themselves and close their video. Now, in case of technology difficulties, one of two things can happen. The chief judge can determine that the contest can no longer continue due to a lack of contestants or contest officials, and the contest will reconvene at a later date or time. However, if the technical failure is from one contestant's side and it has severely impacted their speech, then the chief judge can pause the contest until the technology issue is resolved. They will be given a maximum of 10 minutes to do so and return. The contestant who joins later on will have to continue their speech from the point they stopped, and they will be given an extra 30 seconds to wrap their speech up before getting disqualified. Contestants, please make sure you have adjusted your audio, video, and speaking area as instructed during the briefing. Let me now introduce all the qualified contestants for the humorous speech contest. Once I announce all the participants, co-host, can you unmute everyone so we can hear an applause? Contestant number 1, Toastmaster AMRINA QAISER. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster MOHAMMED HAWSAWI. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Fatma Gadi. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Anoud Umar. Contestant number 5, who's our last contestant, Toastmaster Saleh Khutma. I cannot hear anyone clapping, but I hope you all are. Thank you for the one person clapping. Fellow Toastmasters, these are our humorous speech contestants. Now, the way I shall introduce these contestants will be in the following manner. I will say the contestant's name, their speech title, and then again their speech title and the contestant's name. At this point, I'd like to ask if there are any questions or clarifications before we begin with the first contestant.
Hi, dear AMRINA here.
Yes.
I'm audible?
Yes, Toastmaster AMRINA, you will be given time to test your audio and video once you're introduced.
Okay, thanks. I just want to know the timings because I just missed because your network was a little slow. Can I know the timings of this speech you said just now?
There's 5 to 10 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, I'm sorry.
Okay.
5 minutes, you will see the green.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you for that. Any other questions before we begin? Hearing none. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you are ready. Chief Judge, can you please confirm that we can officially begin the contest?
Madam Contest Master, let the contest begin.
Thank you, Chief Judge. Now let us welcome contestant number 1. May I request the host to unmute the contestant? Contestant number 1, Toastmaster AMRINA QAISER. Can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, I did it.
Start your video.
Yeah.
are you happy with how your audio and video is?
I'm audible. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Have you pinned the timer?
Just one,
Can you see the timer?
Can you hear me? No, I can't see the timer.
Yes.
1 second.
Please pin the timers.
Yeah, I can see the timer now.
Okay. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster AMRINA QAISER, with her speech titled, "Do you think marriages are made in heaven?" Do you think marriages are made in heaven? Toastmaster AMRINA QAISER, contestant number 1.
Married for 30 times, but still the search is on. Now stop looking at me like this, as if I'm a COVID-19 victim. I'm married 30 times. Can this chair, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear married men out there? Any wild guesses? Who was my 28th husband? Well, Hyderabadi, of course. Marrying a Hyderabadi was marrying 3 things at a time. Any guesses? Hyderabadi biryani, Irani chai, and of course my mother-in-law along with me, she came. Then what happened? Oh my goodness, it was simply ridiculous. Then I thought of marrying a Keralite. No, not a coconut, but a Keralite, because I thought marrying a Keralite is so economical, because 2 pieces of dress and the whole world is over. 1 and 2. My Keralite husband loves me so much. He said, if you want me to love you daily, you have to give me coconut milk. In the night, coconut milk, morning coconut, evening coconut. It was so nice. In my marriage, you know who came? All the elephants were invited with the coconut milk. I wasn't satisfied at all. And then I suddenly tried to change it out. I felt as if I had to do something great. And I thought of marrying made in China. Not Corona, the Chinese. I love sushi, but my mother-in-law, oh my God, she always called me sushi instead of serving me sushi. And my husband, he gifted me octopus necklace. Oh, I can't take this anymore. But I thought, at least I have some babies. He loved me more. But instead of that, he kept, and bought starfish and jellyfish as my babies. Whenever he comes to kiss me, I have to open his eyes. But it's always closed. Oh, and I was sitting sadly. And one day I got a call from DTM Ansari. She said, AMRINA, don't worry. Come to Toastmasters. You're going to find all married bachelors over here. Everyone is so handsome. You can pick anyone out from there. Oh, wow. I entered the hall and I saw a sweet, charming baby rabbit face sitting in front of me. Such a cute smile. Who else? DTM Faiza Arshad. Oh, my heart was beating like anything. I thought he would love me, but he was married so many times. Toastmasters, morning Toastmasters, evening Toastmasters, night Toastmasters. The life was Toastmasters for him. But you know one thing? He actually gave me a pet name. And he said, your name is changed from today, AMRINA. You will be called what? Toasty! Oh, then suddenly I changed my view. I looked at a guy sitting in front of me, a chocolate face, a Pooh Bear of mine. Oh, always eating all the kind of chocolates. Who else? TM Rahman Beg. Oh, wow. But you know what? I thought he would love me, but he only loves me in winters. Because he calls me Bounty. Do I look like a Bounty? Then what happened? I said, let's have a change because everywhere there's a virus. And my heart felt on a doctor. But he's so crazy, trust me. He's coming all the way from Taif just to attend Toastmasters. My goodness, it was simply ridiculous. Whenever I come to kiss him and like him, TM Yamanuddin, he always used to say, wipe your face with the Dettol, clean your lips with the swab. That was so dangerous for me. I just can't take that anymore. Oh my God, it was simply too much for me. And then what happened? I looked at a fellow who was wearing a pagdi. TMSP Singh. Oh my God, everything was a bhangra for him. And I thought, it's going to be a little different because everything is in a jumping way. He calls me Puri and he's a chola. Life went on so smoothly and nicely. We were actually enjoying and actually taking care of so many things. But then, what happened? I said, there has to be some change. Change for what? You have to do something, AMRINA. And then I decided, I have to bring a change in my life. And what did I do? Ultimately, I married a robot. Isn't he cute? And can you imagine? Oh my God, I can actually do anything, you know? According to my style, I can bend him, I can twist him, I can make him according to my style, and I actually can make him in any nationality I like. Chinese, Japanese, even Venezuela. And mind you, I can even make him Trump and rule the world. Wow, isn't that good? Do you all bachelors are still waiting for me? Or still you think marriages are made in heaven? Oh my dear, you all need to have a change. We all need a change, and that is the change I'm getting in it. So don't forget, now I have an option of always having a robot along with me. Definitely, isn't that a cute one? And I promise you all, I'm gonna have more husbands of different nationalities from around the world. But now I'm actually being affected with a virus kind of a thing because everywhere it's made in China. Can't help it. Do you still think that? Back to contest chair. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Share the screen. Yeah.
Thank you. That was our 1 minute of silence. May I request the host to please unmute contestant number 2. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Mohammed. Toastmaster Mohammed.
Yes, yes.
Can you please check your
Yes.
audio and video?
Cannot start your video because the host has tapped it. Can you hear me now?
Co-host, can you
Am I audible?
check why? Yes, we can hear
Dear
you.
host.
We can hear you, but we cannot see you.
Okay. Okay, there I am.
Okay. Okay. Have you
Am
pinned
I
the
good?
timer's video?
My voice. Sorry? Yes, yes, yes. All
Can you
right.
see the timer? Have you pinned it?
Is my
Okay.
voice clear?
Yes.
So I would like to record myself. May you please give me a permission?
The contest itself is being recorded.
Now I wanna record mine along, if you allow me.
Co-host, can we do that?
It's not possible.
Why?
Toastmaster Mohammed, it is not possible. And since 30 seconds are up, I shall officially introduce you now. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Mohammed HAWSAWI, with a speech titled, My Fabulous Journey of Learning. My Fabulous Journey of Learning, Toastmaster Mohammed HAWSAWI, contestant number 2.
When you first joined Toastmaster, raise your hand if you remember the first thing they asked you to do. Yes, table topics. The most hateful thing. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and honor guests. On my first day to Toastmaster, they put me on table topics. I was really nervous. Everyone was looking at me with a pen and paper. I go this, they all go. I felt like I was standing on the day of judgment. I'm like, please, God, take me out of this terrible place, and I promise I'll never do it again. Soon as I got off the stage and decided to never come back. But the following week, I received a phone call from Toastmaster Fuad. Hello, Mohammed, are you coming today? No, I am not. Because in my neighborhood, there is an old lady got a new baby. The week after, once again, hello, Mohammed, are you coming today? No, I am not, because my brother is not in the house. But I'm talking to Mohammed, not your brother. Yes, but my brother left the house with my shoes. But after a while, I came back. Right before 2016's club contest, I was allowed to only participate in humor speech. I spoke about a topic, don't jump to conclusion. At the time, I bought a new car and I saw my friend's car running down the street. I said, let me annoy him. I started following him from lane to lane and honking all the way to the traffic light. While he was waiting, I came from behind, smiling. I shocked. The car was the same, but the driver was not. So who do you think the driver was? The driver was his father. Oh my goodness. That time I was really childish to him. He got so furious at me. If he just took a little water and washed his face, you'd hear this. I really got embarrassed. My cheeks turned red. No, I'm just kidding on this. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, uncle. I swear, I just woke up then. And the traffic was still red. I ran away. Fortunately, that time there was no Sahir. So I spoke about that topic and I got the second place in my first contest ever. But do you know why I got the second place? That time we were 2 contestants. Well, ever since my Toastmaster journey has begun, and I started developing myself with reading. I read a book by Robin Sharma called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Raise your hand if you read that book. It was a fascinating story about a lawyer sold his car and lived on the mountains with those ancient people looking for a life wisdom. I said, man, let me do the same and be a wise man. Whenever I talk, people say, wow, this is the one. So I sold my donkey. No, I'm just kidding. I only started hanging out with my grandfather. He's a very wise man. And when it comes to money, yes, he's very, very wise. Once I took him in the car to McDonald's. Wait, have you ever seen somebody bargaining for the price in McDonald's? That's exactly my grandpa. I ordered a 25 real meal. Before I paid, he said, before I paid the 25, he said, wait, let me talk to the order. He said to him, why 25 for this little boy? Back in the day, 5 reals would feed the whole family. Look, we got only 10 for you. And if you don't want, we're gonna leave and go buy from Hardee's. Then we left, but didn't go to Hardee's because he gave me a great life lesson, which completely changed my mind and changed my life too. He said to me, look, Muhammad, whenever you feel hungry, then you gotta eat whatever you find, just to fill up your belly. And stop going to those fancy restaurants just to show off, or eat that fancy food like shawaya or, Grandpa, is the chicken of shawaya now a fancy food to you? And please, who eats shawaya just to show off? Do you? Nobody. Shawaya is an old school, Grandpa. But thanks anyway, though. Well, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, during my fabulous journey of learning, I learned a lot, and mostly from my grandfather's lessons. Now, whenever I crave food, such hamburgers, I immediately go and eat one sandwich of falafel, just to fill up my belly. And no more going to those fancy restaurants to eat that fancy food like shawaya. Now I am fully a falafel guy. Thank you very much. And back to you.
We shall observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their sheet. A minute is up. Now let us call on the next contestant. Co-host, can you kindly unmute contestant number 3?
ايش بدي التصوير تعال.
Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Fatma Gadi. Are you with us? Toastmaster Fatma, you have 30 seconds to check your audio and video. We can see you.
Yes, hello.
We can hear you. Have you pinned the timer?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'll introduce you. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Fatma Gadi, with her speech titled embarrassing situation, Toastmaster Fatma Gadi, contestant number 3.
Have you ever been in an embarrassing situation? Whatever the kind of this situation, but you felt embarrassed and you didn't know what to do? Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmaster, distinguished guests, 2 embarrassing situations of my life that I will never forget it. But I learned a basic lesson from it. Keep your charisma with confidence when you are in similar situation. Let me tell you the first one. Guess what? When I was cheating at high school. But before that, let me ask you, how many of you were cheating at high school? Raise your hands up. If you were a big, great cheater, raise your 2 hands up. People who haven't raised their hand, let me tell you, life is worse than cheating. It was my first time to cheat, and I was looking at the class around me with their different technique of cheating. For example, it's very simple, right? But with a big different technique of cheating inside it. Example number 2. It's very simple calculator, right? But with a big cheating. What is this one? And the most important technique, the technique of the. But the strange thing about it is none of them are caught by the teacher. But when I decided to cheat, the teacher caught me. I was using the technique of the phone, and I was sitting like that. I was crazy intense. Even I couldn't try anything. Immediately, the teacher understood that I was hiding something. He came to front of me and said, Gadi, stand up. Huh? I said, stand up. I stood up, but like this. Gadi, move. I can't move. I said, move. I moved. And the phone fell off. Gadi, get out. Internally, I was embarrassed. But I kept my charisma and I went out. It was my first and last time to cheat. That was the first situation. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the second situation? Are you ready? Okay. It was in my friend's birthday party. Guess what? Guess what? I lost my wig when I was dancing. It was my first time to wear a wig, and I was very enthusiastic to go to the party. Ask why? Because I want to make one of the girls jealous. I had worn the more beautiful dress. I was looking good, superstar that night. All the girls was like, wow, Gadi, you're so beautiful tonight. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. Everything clapped. It's my favorite song. Ah, Jaja, yapa moya Jaja. She put a cat on Jaja, catch on a baby. I stood up. I started to dance. I was dancing excitedly. I told my head one time, up, 2 times, up. My weight told me, don't worry, baby, I'm with you. The 3rd time, up. My wig said laugh. Can you imagine the situation, guys? Can you imagine the situation? I didn't know what to do. Look at the girl. I want to make her jealous, laugh, cry, or run away. Guess what I did? Guess what I did? I keep my charisma. I take my wig. I put it again. And I continue dancing, baby. Yeah. Do you want to see my head when the wig fell off? It was exactly like that. Exactly like that, guys. Please, guys, don't try to make someone jealous. These fellow Toastmasters, when you are in an embarrassing situation, don't try to do anything. Just keep your charisma, cool, confidence. However, it's perfect to be confident, but expect and be ready also for the world. Mr. Contest Chair. Thank you.
We will observe another minute of silence for the judges to mark their shift.
Oh, yeah.
Speaker, can you unmute and close your video, please?
One minute is up. Thank you, Mr. Timer. Now we move on to contestant number 4. May I request the host to unmute contestant number 4, Toastmaster Anud Umar. Contestant, can you please check your audio and video?
Thank you, Madam Contest Chair. Yes, I am in.
Have you pinned the timer?
Yes, I have pinned the timer.
Okay. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Anud Umar, with her speech titled The She Factor. The She Factor, Toastmaster Anud Umar, contestant number 4.
So who here is tired of listening to people showering jokes on married life? I did. Especially from those who are not married. You see, when I say people, I mean men talking about women. And it's becoming such an often habit in the Toastmaster, among our fellow Toastmaster brothers. It's a male thing now. But you see, be aware. It is not because the jokes are so funny or because men are so brave. It is simply goes to 2 main reasons. This unbalanced joking only against women because of 2 main reasons. Reason number 1, men are not so creative that they cannot talk about anything else. Reason number two, women, on the other hand, can make others laugh about almost anything. Don't believe me? Stay tuned and listen to the rest of this speech. Contest Master, Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and most honorable guests, good evening. So I have been in the Toastmaster for a little more than 3 years now, and the only constant thing I have came across with is the so-called married men cracking jokes about their wives. In fact, today morning, I have listened to 3 speeches in the Arabic Humorous Contest about the same topic. And tonight wasn't much different, huh? Wait until you hear the next speech. Yes. I wonder, because the missus is not around, huh? So you feel like you can say whatever you want to say. Well, guess what? It's over today. For all those years and years of repeating the same jokes over and over, for all the times when we had to endure you pushing single people away further from married life and endangering life on this planet, for all those times when you have abused the Toastmaster stage and our ears to solve some weird, subtle domestic feuds and family feuds, today it ends. My fellow Toastmaster sisters, today we get even. Fellow Toastmaster brothers, today where you will learn that revenge is sweet. But before we go to try to lift some of the injustices that men has laid on women over the years, let me try to shed some light on the jokes that men keep repeating over and over about women. The first one, women are talkative. Thank God. Otherwise, you wouldn't have enjoyed this juicy, funny, dense speeches that I am presenting, and so did Toastmaster Fatima and Toastmaster AMRINA. In fact, if we have left speaking to you men, we would have gone back to the Stone Ages and stopped speaking. Actually, it is becoming less and less between guys these days that speaking is an endangered skill, people. It is very serious, let me tell you. Have you seen recently 2 guys greeting each other? It miraculously moved from hello, good morning, to good morning, to morning, to go, to this. What is this? I don't get it. I don't get this. Second most common joke. Women are emotional. A matter of perspective. You think men are not emotional? Try scratching a guy's car and then see if he's emotional or not. Try waking him up and asking him for help. You would be facing a true Hulk, both in physical appearance and in behavior. Actually, watch him closely during the World Cup series. God forbid his team loses. He will go into an emotional crisis, rain of tears, complete nervous breakdown. Not a pretty sight, let me tell you, when you see men crying and babbling. Very bad. And to all my fellow brothers, do you think it's easy to be the wife in a relationship? Do you think it's easy to be the she in a relationship? While the she differs from the he, only in the S, that S is here today to set things right, to represent the 3 main assets that make the she factor so unique. The first S stands for strength. You see, we women are very strong. We are strong even when we are not independent. We are stronger when we have dependents like you who behave like children who do not want to grow up. S number 2, sophistication. Have you seen a woman working in the kitchen beautifully, the accuracy, the proficiency, the productivity? And women can go into the kitchen and leave the kitchen as kitchen. But if it's a man who passes by the kitchen, it will look like World War III has hit the kitchen. The things that we had to deal with during this quarantine. Gosh, let me tell you, the disasters of cleanliness. The third S, style. While it might seem trivial to my fellow brothers, do excuse them, my fellow sisters. You see, we are talking about the same species who think that baby blue, navy blue, turquoise, are all blue. To them, even green and gray are blue. And although today I am rocking this look in a hijab and a tie, and I can look equally cute in a shmag or a suit, I dare any of you, my fellow brothers, to actually do this. You see, high heels is the true test of fashion, my brothers and sisters. At the end, I would like for all of you to know that women has not stayed silent all this time because we cannot fight back, because we cannot have anything to say, but because of another S. Because we are superheroes. Superheroes do not prey on the weak, but do be aware. The next time you're thinking of cracking a joke on a fine lady like myself, the she factor is going to be watching you, and she will be back. Back to you, Contest Master.
We will observe another minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballot. Time is up, and we move on to our final contestant for this contest. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Saleh Bakhutma. Can you please unmute yourself and start your video?
Yes, Madam Toastmaster, can you hear me?
Saleh, are you okay? Yes. Are you okay with your video and audio?
Yes, I'm good to go.
Have you pinned the timer?
Yes, Madam Toastmaster.
Okay. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Saleh Bakhutma, with his speech titled Nothing. Nothing, Toastmaster Saleh Bakhutma, contestant number 5.
I love being a Toastmaster. Toastmaster to me is not only a platform to improve my communication and leadership skills. Toastmaster to me is a therapy. It's a free therapy. Here in Toastmaster, they give you the chance to speak about any topic from 5 to 7 minutes without interruption. And this chance, I cannot get at home. Fellow Toastmasters, Madam Contest Master, today I want to share something with you to get it out of my system. Ladies, don't take it personal. Toastmaster Anwood, you're included too. You are the most obvious, straightforward, easy to understand creatures in the whole world. Gentlemen, there are only 2 ways to understand how women think. None of them work. I've been married for 15 years, and there are a lot of things that I don't understand about my wife. Actually, I've been taking some notes, few notes, if you can say. But there is only one thing that confused me the most. I call it the nothing. Me and my wife, my lovely wife, sitting at home, enjoying a comedy movie in Friday evening. And we are laughing out loud, enjoying and having fun. And all of a sudden, I turn to my wife and I see this. What happened? No, seriously, what happened? And when I asked her, she replied with nothing. Now, before I used to try to understand it myself. I tend to go inside my head and try to figure out what happened in these few minutes or these few hours. And I couldn't find anything. You know why? Because we men have two types of memory. Short-term memory and very short-term memory. So this solution couldn't work with me. And after a while, I tried to engage with her more and try to figure out with her what's going on. So I approached her and asked her. And this process, I call it the maze. When you start asking her questions and you will never get an answer. Honey, what's wrong? Nothing. What do you mean nothing? Nothing. No, really. What's wrong? Nothing is wrong. Honey, what's wrong? You know what? No, I don't know. Ask yourself. I asked myself, I couldn't find it. I don't care. And we keep doing this, moving forward and backward. And it won't work. You know why? Because we men think in a linear way, from point A to point B. We find a problem, let's find the problem, fix the problem, and sit back and relax. Point A to point B. We are doing this since forever. We need food, we go hunt, we eat, we sit back. However, ladies don't think in linear way. They think in spiral way. So the problem is not a problem. We want to fix the problem so we can sit back. But for them, the problem is not a problem. The whole goal of this is to have a problem to talk about it. But you know what? I've been thinking lately, maybe she wanted to tell me something. Maybe nothing means something. And it hit me all of a sudden. Yeah, women don't want us to understand them. So she's telling me nothing because I was trying to find something that is not there. So as long as we men are trying to understand them, we will find nothing. Women need to be felt, need understanding of their emotion. Now, to understand how women feel, there are only two ways. None of them works. Back to you, Madam Contest Master.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now observe a 3-minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Once finished, judges, please send your ballots to the chief tally counter via WhatsApp. 3 minutes. Time is up. The host can kindly send the chief judge and the tally counters to the breakout room. Thank you, Mr. Timer. Now, as that is happening, I'd like to just conclude by saying that I have really enjoyed being your contest master for this year's humorous speech contest. I hope that all of you have enjoyed as well. I shall now officially hand over the stage back to the masters of the ceremony, DTM Shankar and DTM Nuran. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear leaders and all participants. I am sure the judges will have a tough time deciding from that list of fabulous speakers. We would like to acknowledge the presence of the world champion of public speaking, distinguished Toastmaster, Mohammed Qahtani. And we will now have a 10 minutes break for prayer. I request all of you to kindly stand by for 10 minutes, after which we will resume the program this evening. Thank you.
Every Toastmaster dreams of achieving, but there is only one Toastmaster every year that reaches that pinnacle. He is not only a fantastic speaker, a dynamic leader, but is also one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. District 104, please welcome with all your love, the world champion of public speaking, our very own distinguished Toastmaster, Mohammed Kahtani. The topic of his presentation today is creating your own capsule. Please welcome distinguished Toastmaster, Mohammed Kahtani. Stage is all yours, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody, and good evening to you all. Thank you so much for having me here. Am I audible?
Yes.
And can you see me clearly? I mean, can you see my big head?
بعد شوفي هذا محمد القحطاني الفاتح 2015 هو ده ما جايبين له طبعا جايبين له يتكلم.
All right, can we get everybody mics muted, please? Because I hear some people.
Surgery Tom, can you mute everyone except Mohammed Kahtani, please? Sorry for that, Kahtani. Thank you.
That's okay. All right, so I would like to start by thanking you all for holding the hundreds, which shows the commitment of the district and the commitment of the members to make sure that the district conference still runs even with the pandemic that we are been going through. And that's what I also want to talk about to you today, about how do we deal with it. I know for almost 2 months now, and sometimes even more, you've all been locked down in your houses and you're not allowed to leave. And it's frustrating. And why it's frustrating? Because you feel a little bit of your freedom has been taken away from you, even though you understand why, even though you know that you have to, stay at home, but it's still frustrating. And I know sometimes it might get under your nerves, and it might start to affect you emotionally. I know a lot of people who start stress eating. You can tell by the look at me that I'm one of those people as well. And oftentimes you wonder, when is this going to end? Yes, we heard yesterday the good news that it's going to be ending in hopefully like a month, but who knows? What if it extends more than that? How do you deal with it? What I'm talking about to you today is creating your own capsule. And what do I mean by that is, even though you are restricted to your own house, you're not allowed to leave, but you can turn your house or your place of living into your own personal capsule. A place where you can get whatever you want and not needing something from the outside. Emotionally, I'm speaking, of course. Now, why is this frustration of not being able to leave the house? The frustration stems from the fact that we are got accustomed to a style of life. Every morning we go to work. And when we are at work, we let our creative part of our brain act. After work, we might go and hang out with our friends at a coffee shop, or go watch a movie, or go to the mall, or go to the beach. That's our fun time. Even when we need to spend time with our family, we might even go outside or even around the house. But we grew accustomed to being outside of the house. We grew accustomed to the fact that our homes are just a hotel room, a place where we only go to sleep. But now, it looks like it's all the places, all combined into one small, tiny house. And I know that a lot of you are hating this, and start to affect your brain, start to affect your mind. So how can you start creating the happiness capsule at your own house? Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that in these difficult times, we're not ourselves anymore. We are depressed and we get agitated very easily because our mind is frustrated and scared. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't know how this thing is going to end. Sometimes we wonder, am I going to lose my job? So we need to take care of the brain first. Now, the brain is a very tricky part of the human body. You cannot just automatically make yourself happy. That doesn't work. Remember when you were feeling sad and down and depressed for no reason? Yes, you might go out with your friends or whatever, but you're still mentally depressed. The brain is not an easy organ that you can switch on and off. But what you can do is you can take care of the physical first. Because once you take care of your body will take care of the brain. And this is the first part of the capsule. Creating your physical space. Now, what do I mean by a physical space? I want you to look into your house right now. You might be in the living room or in the bedroom or whatever room of the house. I want you to look around and specify a place where you can do some sort of exercise. And I'm not asking you to lift weights or whatever, no, just do the bare minimum. The bare minimum to keep your body functioning. The bare minimum for you to be healthy. It could be a half-hour walk. It could be just watching a YouTube video of exercise and just running with it. Whatever exercise that will cheer you up. And this will be left up to you because everybody has their own way of exercise. That one exercise that will bring joy to you. This is the first part of your capsule. Specify a place in your house that's only for exercise. And when you do exercise, start, as I said, with the bare minimum. Just walk for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and that's it. The next day, you might walk a little bit longer. The day after, maybe a little bit longer, and so on. So this is part number one, the physical space. Part number two is the spiritual space. You see, when you take care of your physiques of your body, that will help your brain to be in a better mood. Yet your brain is still afraid. You're still scared. You might wonder, is this the end of time? Is this how humanity is going to end? I know these thoughts might have crossed your mind at some point. And you might wonder, what did I do for the afterlife? Am I in good terms with the Almighty? So now look around your house again and specify a place for you to do your worship. No matter what religion that you are from, find a place in your house where you can pray. You can read the Quran. You can do whatever it takes to connect yourself with God. Because that will help put your mind at ease. So even if times are like really harsh, you know that God always got you back. So we take care of our physique, we take care of our spirituality. Space number three is your sleep space. Now, I want you to be very careful of what I'm about to say right here. Sleep space is only for sleep, nothing else. I know you might say, my bedroom. No, make it your bed. When you are in your bed, the only thing you're supposed to do is sleep, which means no phones near your bed, no books, nothing that will keep you from sleeping. And you have to get an 8 hours of sleep every single day. I used to be one of the people who just complained that we don't have time, like I don't have time to sleep. Now you have all the time. You have to get 8 hours of sleep. Now here's the good part in this. Since you are on lockdown, days and nights seems to be exactly the same, which means you can get your 8 hours of sleep any time of the day. If you're a night person and you want to stay up all night, that's fine. Make sure you get an 8 hours of sleep in the morning and vice versa. And as I said, your sleep space is only for sleep. If you go to bed and within 10 minutes you don't fall asleep, do not stay in bed. Leave the bed. Maybe go to your physique space. Do some workout. Maybe go to your spirituality space. Read some Quran. Then, if you feel tired again, go back to your sleep space. So these are the three spaces. Space number 4 is what's called the fun space. Now, the fun space is where you do things that will make you have fun. Could be the living room. So in the fun space, you could be watching TV. So in the fun space is where you practice things that's actually fun for you. Maybe you can watch TV. You can watch some Netflix, play some video games. Do whatever that will make you smile and enjoy your day. And by the way, there are no time, like there are no like, I mean there aren't any like limitation in any one of these spaces. If you want to have fun all day, please do. Now, why am I saying this? Because I know that you're not going to do that. If you go to Netflix right now and you watch your favorite show, You might watch an episode 2, 3, 4. After a while, you will run out of things that you want to watch. Maybe you want to watch TV and you want to watch movie after a movie. After a while, you'll run out of movies that you like. YouTube, also the same. If you go and browse on Facebook or Snapchat, after a while, you run out of things to do. If you run out of things to do in the fun space, you leave the fun space and go to any other space. The physical, spiritual, or the sleep, or the last space, which is the fifth one I'm going to be talking about, which is the creative space. Now, I want to ask you this, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you have been asked to stay home from work, or maybe work from home, or like whatever. And some of you might have been asked, you know what, you can come back in a month or two when things quiet down. Now, ask yourself this question. When you come to work after all this long, staying away from work, are you going to come back the same person? Imagine what would your boss think. Are you being missed? Or maybe your presence or your absence feel exactly the same. Which means at home, while you're staying right now, there has to be a space where you get creative. Maybe you do something for work. Maybe you do something to better yourself. Take some classes, take some courses, do whatever to enrich your brain. You cannot come out of this lockdown the same person as you walked in. Imagine imagine this, 2 months and you haven't learned anything? Nothing? Nah, that cannot be true. So set to yourself at your house a place for work and creativity. So these are the 5 spaces. Now, what I'm about to say is very crucial. Do not mix the tasks of any of the spaces with the other one, which means you do not sleep on your couch watching TV, which means you do not have your phone with you when you're working and you're browsing Snapchat or Instagram or like whatever, which means you don't work out while you're working. Why is that important? You see, before this pandemic happened, we subconsciously allocated places in our lives for each one of these tasks. For sleep, we are at the house. That's where we sleep. For fun, we are out with our friends into our fun places. For sports, we are at the gym. For work, we are at work. For spirituality, we are at the mosque. You see, we placed places in our real life to do the tasks that we do every single day. But now, since you are restricted to one small space, which is your house, you still can do the same. Go to the other room if you need to work. That's your creative place. You are at work now. Sure, you are just in one room of the house, but you are at work. You're done working, come back to the living room. Watch some TV. This is your fun space. You feel a bit tired, and maybe you want to move a little bit, move out of the living room to your physical space and do some exercise. At the end of the day, you're tired, go to the bedroom and get some sleep. But if you are in the living room and you wanted to do some work, you have to leave. If you are in the workspace and you felt a bit bored with work, leave. That's okay. Go to the fun space and have some fun. By breaking your house into smaller spaces that designated for a very specific task of your day, you feel like nothing actually changed. Now, I know a lot of you, but like a lot of you might say, yeah, but I miss the human connection. You can do a phone call, you can do a Zoom call, you can watch your friends. And some of you had said, yeah, but I need, the physical connection. I'm sorry, do you hug your friends all the time? No, you don't. You just sit across from them and you speak and you talk. You can still do this now. We're doing it right now. We're talking to each other online, just like you're here. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do this. Start to break your house into smaller spaces. Your house is your capsule. Break it into spaces that will make you last in it for as long as you can without having your brain go into a mental breakdown. Take care of your physical first. Connect with God through your spiritual space. Make sure you get enough sleep, 8 hours of sleep each single day. Have as much fun as you can. Nobody has told you that before. Now I'm telling you this. Watch as many movies as you can, play as many games as you can, have as much fun as you can, but never forget your creative part, because you cannot come out of this pandemic the same person that you walked in. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few days or weeks, this whole pandemic will be over and life will be back to normal. When people see you for the first time after months, are they going to see the same person? Or are they going to see a better version of who you are? Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed. Very kind of you to grace this occasion and share such valuable advice with our members.
Moving on, the next segment is the evaluation speech contest.
DTM Shankar, we can ask, maybe we can wait for 1 or 2 questions from the audience. We can have 5 minutes question. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
If anybody has any questions, there is an option to raise your hands on the right side of your screen where the chat option is. So you can kindly raise your hands and we'll take questions for the next 5 minutes.
Any questions?
I don't think.
All right.
All right, great. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Someone raised their hand.
Who was that?
No idea.
No, it is Ahmad Abba who is raised his hand.
Sajal Tam, can you unmute Abdul Jabbar?
Ahmad Abba is unmuted.
Okay, Ahmad Abba, you have a question. Please go ahead. Toastmaster Ahmed.
Muted again.
Yeah, he's not here, so we'll move on. All right, thank you so much. The next segment is the evaluation speech contest. Now, before we move on to this contest, may I please once again ask everybody to just check that their microphones are muted so that during the contest, there is no disturbance. Let me now introduce the officials for the evaluation speech contest. The chief judge for this contest is distinguished Toastmaster Subramaniam Tangaswamy. One of the reasons why this contest was possible online today. The contest master for this segment, he is a general manager from Toyota Saudi Arabia. He was the past Area 7 director and is the current Division H director. Please help me in welcoming on stage distinguished Toastmaster Bashir Ambawalan.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Before I proceed further, may I request the co-host to mute the microphones and video of all except the contest master. Thank you. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to District 104 Annual Speech Evaluation Contest. The purpose of speech evaluation contests are to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities, to provide an opportunity to learn by observing the more proficient speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training, and to provide participants with the opportunity to create an original, highly improbable evaluation tale. Now let me explain the flow of the contest. First of all, everybody is requested to mute their audio. You will unmute your mic and start the video when your name called upon. At the beginning of the contest, a 5 to 7 minute speech will be presented by our test speaker. Contestants can make notes during the test speech using their own contestant note sheet. At the conclusion of the test speech, the contestants will be moved to a breakout room along with a sergeant at arms, and they will get 5 minutes to prepare their evaluation note using the note sheet. Sergeant at arms, please ensure that the video is on of all the contestants in such a way that you can see a full view of the contestant and his or her surrounding.
Yes, sir.
Contestant will have to keep their video and audio on. In addition, they will have to show their hands by placing them in visibility range to Sergeant at Arms inside the breakout room. After 5 minutes have elapsed, we'll ask the contestants to fold their evaluation notes and keep away from them and observe them to ensure that they don't write any more notes and or refer to their notes. Then Sergeant at Arms will tell them to leave the breakout room when their turn comes and move to the main meeting room as per their speaking order to present their evaluation speeches. Please make sure that you are leaving the breakout room and joining in the main room. Please do not leave the meeting. Contestants may not use any other digital devices during the contest to gain an unfair advantage. There will be a 1 minute interval between the speeches for the judges to mark their ballot. After all contestants have finished their speeches, a 3 minute silence will be observed to enable the judges to total their score and submit to the chief judge. Announcement of the contest winner is final unless the list of winner is announced incorrectly, in which case the chief judge, tally counters or timers are permitted to immediately interrupt to correct the error. For the benefit of guests, let me explain the timing criteria. Timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. The time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. And there will be a grace period of 30 seconds. Speakers who speak less than 1 minute and 30 seconds or more than 3 minutes and 30 seconds will be disqualified. Mr. Timer, shall we test our timing device? The green color shall be displayed on at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes. From the moment the red light is on, the speaker has 30 seconds to wrap up his presentation. No indication will be given if a speaker is disqualified, and the red signal will remain on until he or she ends his or her speech. Please be informed that the judges, contestants, contest leaders have been fully briefed on the general contest rules and also on the online contest specific rules. The speaking order of the contestants has been determined earlier during the briefing session. Before beginning the speech, I will ask each contestant to adjust his video and audio settings and confirm the same by saying ready. He will be given 30 seconds to do so. Upon being introduced, the contestant shall pin timer's video and proceed to the speaking position. From the speaking position, after the audio video is tested, the timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. Now, let me introduce our qualified contestants for speech evaluation contest. Contest officials, please note the speaking order. Our first contestant is not present today. It is Toastmaster Fahad Babakar Al-Malki. So we will be starting with our second contestant, Toastmaster Ahmad Yusuf Abba. Contestant number 2, Toastmaster Ahmad Yusuf Abba. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Saeed Al-Ghamdi. Contestant number 3, Toastmaster Saeed Al-Ghamdi. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Khaja Yaminuddin. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Khaja Yaminuddin. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Muhammad Sulaiman Al-HAWSAWI. Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Muhammad Sulaiman Al-HAWSAWI. And contestant number 6, Toastmaster Benifer D. Consolation. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Benifer D. Consolation. Fellow Toastmasters, these are our speech evaluation contestants. Let me give a applause to all the contestants on behalf of all the audience. For this contest, I will only call the speaking order and contestant names twice. Chief Judge, can we start the contest? Chief Judge?
Yes, sir, Contest Master, we can begin. The judges are ready and all the contested officials are ready. Contest may begin now.
Chief Judge, can you confirm our breakout room is ready?
Mr. Host, can you confirm that one? Because it's I'm a co-host, I cannot tell that one.
No, only host can confirm that.
Yeah.
The breakout room is still not ready.
Breakout room is ready, but we did not assign any contestant there.
No need to assign now. You can assign after the target speaker, I mean the test speaker. But please make sure the breakout room is ready, because last time we find it was not ready. That's why I'm asking.
Kalas, okay.
Okay. So tonight we have a test speaker. Our test speaker is Toastmaster Razan Al-Najjar. Toastmaster Razan Al-Najjar. Test speaker, are you ready? Toastmaster Razan.
Yes, I'm here.
Can you? Yeah. Do you want to pin the timer?
Yes, it's pinned.
Okay. Can you go to your speaking position? Can you test your audio?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, you are audible very well.
Yes, thank you.
So our test speaker today is Toastmaster Razan. Toastmaster Razan Al-Najjar with the speech title, Same but Different. Speech title, Same but Different, Toastmaster Razan Al-Najjar.
One fine evening, I wanted to tell my parents what a wonderful daughter I was. And the shortest way to reach your parents' hearts is by doing the dishes without them telling you. But then my old pal decided to pay a visit, which is laziness. And I had a wonderful idea. While I was doing the dishes, I took a plate and I simply broke it. Oops. It was an accident, Mom. You know, I can simply say that and get away with it and end up throwing it away instead of cleaning. And because it was quite satisfying, I decided to break another plate. I took another one. I throw it. Oh, this time the oops was real. Because the plate has broken into very small, tiny, crumbled pieces, powder-like. And I ended up having more and more cleaning. I mean, I thought all plates are the same. Turned out, some of them are more fragile than the others. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmaster, look around you. Look at all those lovely faces filling your screen. And tell me, are we the same or different? I mean, yes, we are all humans here, that's a given. But are all humans identical copies? If yes, then how? If no, then how? Let's try to understand the question and try to answer it, perhaps. Therefore, I'll give you 3 examples. Example number 1 is pain. Now, for instance, if you hit your head to the wall and your friend stepped in and said, ouch, I feel you, brother. I feel you, I've been there. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that he hits his head too. I mean, it could be his toe in the corner of the sofa.
Yeah, created.
Bottom line, pain as a feeling is the same. And it goes with all emotions. Happiness, sadness. What brings me sadness and happiness doesn't necessarily bring you the same. But all of emotions, regardless of their sources, are the same. Example number 2, the yin-yang. A Chinese philosophy states that all objects exist in opposites, where this perfect circle where the core of each half of it is formed by the other. So the good and the bad and the good. Example number 3. It's basically related to physics. I mean, we know batteries, and we know very well that they can only function if they have 2 poles. One of them is positive, the other one is negative. And it goes the same with magnetics, where the opposite sides do actually attract. Now, take these 3 examples and think with me. Try to remember your favorite person. Image that person. Your bestie, your partner, your soulmate. And ask yourself this: what did bring you two together? Aren't they differences? Didn't you simply choose them because they are different, because they complete your missing parts? Do you remember Beauty and the Beast? I remember Beauty and the Beast very well. I remember the first time I watched the movie. I was too young to understand how such ugly Beast and beautiful Bella could come together as one. And then I grew up. I became more practical. Now let's be more practical. I'll give you, or I will do with you, a small, quick experiment, but I need your help. So if you're ready, all the tools we need is our hands. So drop everything, just don't break anything, please. Just whatever you have in your hands, just put them aside, except for the evaluators maybe. And we're gonna start with our right hand. I want you to place your right hand this way, as if you're waving to somebody. Matter of fact, do wave to all these people, yes. Now, take your left hand and try and place it over it, on the top of it, and try to match your fingers somehow. Would they match? No, I don't think so. They're quite different. Shake it off. Let's start round 2. For round 2, I want you to place your right hand also, but sideways, as if you're high-fiving someone. And you know what? Do high-five yourself. Yes, clap for yourself. You deserve it. Let me hear them. And now tell me, do they match? Well, yes, they do, because they are the same. And this is exactly, my friends, how we are same, but different. When we put ourselves on top of each other, we never match. And all we see is differences. But when we look at each other in the eyes and face each other, all we see is similarities. And this quite reminds me of a song Mazen used to sing, where he says, "Don't you see the similarities between us? Take a minute and see yourself in the mirror. You look like me, those eyes, lips, you can't deny. Have you thought about why we look the same? Or feel the same? Don't tell me it's by chance. And I wish you could realize there's no difference between us two. We're part of one family. Oh, you and me and you, we are one. We are one. When we excuse each other's for the things we're different at, we are one. When we help and support each other's for the things we're similar at, we are one. At that case and only, we can achieve harmony and live in peace. And remember, my friend, that just like plates, we're the same, but different. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Razan. You can stop your video and you can mute your mic, and please wait. Sergeant at Arms, host, can you arrange all the contestants move to the breakout room with the Sergeant at Arms?
Contest Master, I am moving to the evaluation breakout room. Thank you.
Yes. The message has been sent, contest master. So 2 surgery at arm and 5 contestant will move to the breakout room.
Okay, contestant number 6 already moved.
Confirmation after 1 minute.
4. Now only contestant number 2 is still here in the main room. Ahmad Abba, please accept. Yes. Yeah. Now all the contestants are moved, I think.
Yes.
Yes, I think all of them moved. Co-host, can you share the certificate of
please.
appreciation of our test speaker? This is the certificate of appreciation for our target speaker, Toastmaster Razan Al-Najjar. Toastmaster Razan, please accept this on behalf of our division, District 104. Now we need to observe a 5-minute silence for the contestants to complete their notes. But now the contestants are inside our breakout room. So let me give this opportunity to our master of ceremony, DTM Shankar, for entertain our audience. You have 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Bashir. I wanted to sing, guys, but the problem is Toastmaster Razan sang so beautifully that that plan obviously went out of the window. So I can't do that. So let's do this. Let's have a question answer session. What do you think, DTM Nuran?
Yes, definitely. Let's do that.
All right. So we'll.
Am I breaking?
No, you're fine. I think.
Do you have a gift, online gift?
All I can give you is our love and good wishes.
All right. Okay. That's great.
Meantime, I'll ask our timer to mark that 5 minutes silence.
Yes, please. I have timer 1 pinned here. So whenever the timer goes red, we'll stop and hand over it back to you.
In the breakout room also, they are checking, surgeon at arm is also checking the time. So the 2-way we are checking the time. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. We'll start with the simple questions. And all those of you like me who've been in Toastmasters for a very long time, we'll refrain from answering these questions. Like we did before, I'll ask a question and there are 2 options, right? You either raise your hands or I will by force unmute somebody and you have to answer that question.
On the spot.
On the spot, yes. Now, all of us are here because we are part of this wonderful organization called the Toastmasters. Who exactly can tell me when was Toastmasters actually founded as an official organization? Come on.
Can I answer?
No.
Definitely not.
I'm looking for. I have here, yes, Toastmaster Mohammed Damari. Toastmaster
we
Mohammed
got
Damari.
2 answers. Actually, it's 1 answer.
Yes, Toastmaster Shankar. Thank you.
How are you doing? Without looking at the chat, because I already have 2 people who answered the question correctly on the chat. But can you take a guess on in which year was Toastmasters founded?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you very much for the question and pick me up. And in each Toastmaster meeting, the president was telling to everyone when the organization has been started. So it's correct, 1924.
You're absolutely right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Like I said, you don't need any present.
Can I have your full name? I'm writing down so that we can send the gift.
There is a gift. Okay. I thought Shankar's good wishes were enough.
Apparently.
What's his full name?
Mohammed Damari.
Damari, okay.
Now I have 2 gentlemen here in the chat. One is Toastmaster Faisal and Toastmaster Shamil, who answered this question correctly. So obviously the next question.
They answered correctly, but let's cover a more relevant date, because even though it started in 1924, which honestly that it doesn't matter to me, because they only started accepting female members by the year 1973. So realistically, it only became a thing by 1973.
Without getting into any further remarks on that, we'll move on to the next question. Let's ask Toastmaster Faisal if you can unmute yourself. Toastmaster Faisal, are you there? Or Toastmaster Shamir, either one of you.
I can attempt to unmute them.
I don't believe this is not going to work. And no help,
Sajrata, mute everyone.
All right, let's do one thing. Actually, I want to pick a member and then ask the question.
We have 3 participants.
Shankar, there are many people raised their hand in the participant list. You can select from there also.
All right, I'll go with the one of whatever I see first on the list is Toastmaster Tariq Malik. Toastmaster Tariq, can you unmute yourself? Toastmaster Tariq?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you doing this evening?
Fine, enjoying.
Did you enjoy the contest so far?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. So the next question is for you. And this is something which need not be accurate. We are looking at a figure which is a ballpark figure, which is around. So you know Toastmaster is an international organization which has clubs in multiple countries and multiple regions of the world. Can you approximately guess how many members as on date are members of these esteemed organization?
Toastmaster.
Any number.
I'm sorry.
Take guess any number. Like I said, we are not looking for an accurate number.
About 16 to 17,000, I believe.
All right, we'll come back to you. Toastmaster Tariq said 16 to 17,000. Toastmaster Riaz AF.
I'm sorry. Can I change my answer?
Of course you can.
No. I'm sorry?
Yeah, you can, of course.
Yeah, no. It's more than 300 to 400,000. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. The timer's shown me that the time is already up. The correct figure is close to, it has over 600,000 members located in over 100 countries as on date. There are around 15,000 clubs that are located in all these 100 plus countries. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tariq, for that participation. Since we're out of time, we'll get back to this later. And now I hand over the stage back to the contest master, distinguished Toastmaster Bashir Ahmed.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Shankar. Still our timer did not show that 5 minutes. So we need to wait. Yeah, now he's showing us 5 minutes. Host, Chief Judge, can you inform our Sergeant at Arms to bring our second contestant, Toastmaster Ahmad Yusuf Abba?
Yeah, contest master, the contestant is coming.
Yes, contestant is here in the hall now. Toastmaster Ahmad Abba, can you unmute and open your video?
Yes,
okay,
can you guys see me clearly?
Yes,
can
you pin? Yeah, can you pin the timer?
Okay, 1 second. Yes, I have pinned him already.
So are you ready now?
Yes, I am.
You are audible and we can see you also.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, let me introduce now. Our first speaker. So contestant number 2, Toastmaster Ahmad Yusuf Abba. Toastmaster Ahmad Yusuf Abba, contestant number 2.
Toastmaster Razan al-Najjar under the title of Same but Different. First of all, thank you so much for giving such a brain-dazzling speech, which was heavily wired with stories, quotation, a song, and a brilliant articulation of the ideas itself. Once again, thank you a lot. Going forward, I am going to evaluate you based on 3 principles, which they are your beginning, your body language, and your voice modulation, as well as your ending. Far as it concerns the way that you have begun this, far as it concerns your beginning, you have begun the speech by using a story of how to win your parents' heart, which was by doing the dishes, which is very great. Then you push it forward to giving an amazing hand gesture, voice modulation, and then you pop up the question to back up the beginning, which the question was, are we same or different, which was also a great question. Also, you have pre-explained it using 3 objects or 3 options, which was pain, yin and yang, and opposites are attract. And also you have used such an amazing song, which I thought was a lovely addition to the speech itself. Moving on forward to the place where if I was in your shoes, I would have done a little bit differently. Now, the most important part about any speech is the beginning itself, because the beginning kind of gives you the authority or the room where you can grasp the attention of the audience. Now, you have started this speech by saying a story that happened with you and your parents. But if I would have been in your place, what I would do different is the way that you have begun the speech could be improved. And instead of saying the story, you could have asked the same question, which is, are we same or different? Then back it up or push it forward using what the story that you have used. Or you could have started the speech using the song itself. That's the first point you should focus on. The second point that I think you should have, if I would have in your place, I would have done a little bit differently. Throughout the entire speech, you have centralized yourself in one position when talking. I mean, I get it, you are not talking in the stage, but it's still like you could have moved a little bit just to show us that you have transitioned from one idea to another. Point number 3, also the ending. The ending was great. Why? Because it was attached to the beginning itself. All in all, I summarized my entire speech, and you have such an amazing hand gesture, voice modulation, and also you should focus on to begin well and to dispute your movement in the stage. And thank you a lot, and back to you.
Thank you.
I have done.
Toastmaster Yusuf Abba. Please close your video, mute your mic, and here is your certificate of participation. Please observe 1 minute of silence to judges to mark their ballot. Meantime, please inform our Sergeant at Arms to bring our contestant number 3.
Yeah, he's already here. He's already here.
Thank you, timer. Our contestant number 3, Toastmaster Saeed Al-Ghamdi. Can you unmute?
Yes, I'm unmuted. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Can you pin the timer? Can you pin the timer video?
Give me a second, please. Okay, I pinned the timer video.
Okay. Can you move to your speaking position?
I am in position.
Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, you are audible and we can see your video. Our third contestant, Toastmaster Saeed Al-Ghamdi. Toastmaster Saeed Al-Ghamdi, contestant number 3.
Fellow Toastmasters and most honorable guests, we are the same despite of our differences. Toastmaster Razan today showcased that human beings, no matter what differences that they are the same. Allow me to break down my evaluation into 3 parts. The first part is the delivery part. Toastmaster Razan excelled in delivery. She used eye contact in a very great manner. Space movement was amazing. Vocal variety, she used pauses. She managed the volume and also the rate of the voice. Using of props, she broke plates for us tonight. And body language, she made us do an exercise, and that shows the proficiency of the delivery. The content was extremely relevant, cohesive, and also very tied to each other from the beginning till the end. The organization of the speech was amazing. The opening started with a joke that engaged everyone, and the body. We have 3 categories, and what we are similar on. She did a story, and she ended up with a strong message, with strong emotions, and everything made a fabulous speech. Now, if I want to give area of improvements, in my opinion, if I were in Toastmasters Razan's shoes, what I'm going to do is first, and I summarize it in 3 words, JFK, not the airport, no, JFK. J stands for jargon. Toastmaster Razan mentioned the yin and yang. Now, we might have in the audience people don't know what is the yin and yang is, what is the yin and yang, so we need to have a brief explanation. So if it was me, I would say it's the energy, the masculine and the feminine energy in the Japanese culture, and that would let people know what we are talking about. F is focus. When Toastmaster Razan delivered her exercises, she threw some jokes, and that might make some of the audience distracted from doing the practice or doing the exercise properly. I advise, if I was in Toastmaster Razan's place, I would focus on the exercise, so it would make sense, or it would make the people connected to it. K stands for keep it short. Toastmaster Razan have an amazing voice, and she graced us with it. But I would choose to cut short and keep short the song into the essential parts of the lyrics that would support the speech, and allocate more time to the conclusion to tell us how we can realize our similarities despite our differences even more. To conclude, everything was spot on. I loved the speech from opening till end. Only focus on jargons, focus on making the exercise, which is an F, and keep the song short so you can take the meat of the song and emphasize on your closure. Toastmaster Razan, you graced us today with an amazing speech that opened my eyes, and you showed me that I might be a different plate, but by the end of the same, we are all silverwares. Back to you, Toastmaster or contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saeed Al-Ghamdi. You can close your video and please mute your mic. Thank you. This is your certificate of participation. Please observe 1 minute of silence so my judges to mark their ballot and timer. Please notify me after 1 minute is over. For contestant number 3, sorry, contestant number 4, Toastmaster Khaja Yaminuddin. Toastmaster Khaja?
Ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Did you pin the timer?
Yes, I've pinned the timer as well.
Okay. Now you are in the speaking position?
Yes, I am at the speaking position and I'm ready.
Okay, you are audible and we can see your video. Let me introduce our contestant number 4, Toastmaster Khaja Yaminuddin. Toastmaster Khaja Yaminuddin, contestant number 4.
Your speech is such a timely topic. What happens when a patient is satisfied after meeting his or her doctor? He or she smiles. I'm smiling, and I believe that in this virtual gathering, everyone is smiling at the same time. Your physical gestures were like how a doctor would explain to his or her patient the treatment procedure. Your facial expressions did help put light on the topic you're talking about, just like a tablet of paracetamol, which usually reduces the headache. While you were speaking, it appeared to me that you were at ease with yourself, just like how a well-experienced nurse assistant would put the IV line into the thin veins of any patient, nice and smooth. Good. You did engage the audience, the virtual audience, with interesting, well-constructed content, the same way a surgeon would prepare himself before he goes for any surgery. I was impressed overall. Good job. Now, like how every medication has got some instructions to be followed, to be noted, I do have some couple of suggestions which I think that might help you to mesmerize the audience. Like how a well-dressed doctor would charm his or her patients. And just to review, it would be really good if you could focus more on the first point, which is adjusting the camera. It's very important, especially in this virtual gathering, virtual meeting, that you have the focus right so that we can see rather than looking at down or up. That's very important to adjust the camera. You can captivate that way. At the same time, I understood that you were in a rush. We are at home, we don't have to. Stay calm, start slowly so that you can just captivate the audience. That would make impressions everlasting. You have to do that. I would also recommend to have the choice of words in such a way that the audience in a general way understands it nicely and easy to grasp. Believe me, you will mesmerize everyone. You will just captivate the minds of the audience. That's very important. You gave 3 examples, the Beauty and the Beast, you just reminded me, long time, thanks, very good, excellent. But as you mentioned, I also want you to tell that we are part of the family. I am looking forward to hearing more such excellent speeches in the near future. Back to you, Congressman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Khaja. Could you please close your video and mute your audio?
I'm doing it.
This is your Please observe 1 minute of silence and timer. Please notify me after completing 1 minute. Thank you, timer. Our next contestant number 5, Toastmaster Muhammad Sulaiman Al-Hawsawi. Toastmaster Muhammad Sulaiman Hawsawi. Did you pin the timer?
Yes, it's already pinned.
Okay. You are in the speaking position. Can you move to your speaking position?
Okay, here I am.
Okay, you are audible and we can see your video. Hope you are ready. I am going to introduce you now.
Okay.
Contestant number 5, Toastmaster Muhammad Sulaiman Al-Hawsawi. Toastmaster Muhammad Sulaiman Al-Hawsawi, contestant number 5.
We are all same, but a little bit different. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Razan and Najjar, for this nice and wonderful speech. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. We need all to salute this great speaker because she spoke about a very important topic which the whole world needs to hear it. To let everyone know that we are all the same. Either we are, you are, let me say, I am black and you are white. I am a man and you are a woman. But at the end of the day, we are the same, but a little difference between us. Your speech was really motivating, was really inspiring the world to change and to consider one another the same, because everyone now is the same, especially in the coronavirus quarantine now. We are all either I'm a prince, I'm a king, I'm a businessman, higher equality, or a homeless. We are a homeless person. We are all now the same. There is no any difference. I really like your speech. There are a lot of things that I like in your speech. The essentials. First, the eye contact. You're contacting the camera all the time. And vocal variety was was different and was very nice and smooth. Your movement, your body appearance, you looked so confident and so relaxed and smiling. That's a really nice thing of you, and connection with the audience. Only two things I have to, there are all two things that I really like and two things to improve. The first thing is I really like your language. Your voice was very, very clear. Everything was understandable. Second thing, your story with your mom. I really like it. Everyone likes hearing stories, aren't we? I put myself in your shoes. I felt myself like a girl doing dishes. And there are two things to improve. You were too close to the camera. If I were your place, I would take a few steps back to free my hands and to take my relaxation for movement. Second thing, you spoke about 3 examples. If I were your place, I would speak about the first point in this place. I finish, I go to the second place in the central, third in the left. Other than that, your speech was really fantastic and I really like it. Keep going and keep it up. You are a great speaker. You're gonna be one of the most great speakers in the world. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad HAWSAWI. Can you please close your video and mute your mic? And this is your certificate of participation. Please accept it. Thank you, co-host. Please observe 1 minute of silence. Thank you, timer. Our contestant number 6, Toastmaster Benifer D. Consolation. Toastmaster Ben.
Okay.
Can you we need to check your audio. Is it okay?
Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, okay. Your audio is okay. Did you pin the timer? Did you pin the timer?
Okay.
Okay, now you can go to your speaking position. Are you ready? Okay. Then let me introduce you. Our contestant number 6, Toastmaster Benifer D. Consolation. Toastmaster Benifer D. Consolation, contestant number 6.
I have 2 hands. Yes, different, but they are the same hands. I have 10 fingers, yet different function, but same finger. Contest master, fellow contestants, judges, guests out there, and to the target speaker, Toastmaster Razan, Assalamu alaikum and good evening to each one of us. It's a great opportunity, really, Even what is happening right now, we are given a chance to have this. Allow me to say my sincere gratitude to Toastmaster Razan for giving this wonderful topic, wonderful reminder that we are same but different. Toastmaster Razan, truly, your voice is very clear. It's audible. The structure of your speech, the grammar itself is understandable. And you're able to connect to each one of us with the voice in each word that you utter and comes from your mouth. It's understandable. Really, you're a great speaker. And the good thing is, you made an example from your life, especially when you utter or sing a song. And you share your wonderful voice to each one of us. It reminds me that a person who delivers from his mind, people will remember it. But if a person delivers from her heart, it changes each one of us. Today and tonight, it reminded us that only we will be reminded by your speech, but it touches us. It changes us. That in life, we have differences, but we have the same purpose in life. You're able to connect to each one of us. Yes, we are disconnected by space, but we are connected. Toastmaster Razan with your speech, because we know that this is the new normal. We are not used to it. If you may allow so, in your next speech, in your next Zoom seminar speech, kindly adjust the space or the eye contact, because it's quite hard for us, because you are very near to the monitor or to your video or to your camera. Next time, keep a little adjust in which you can have a little space in which we can see your hands. And also maintain the eye contact. It's very important nowadays. We're not used to it, but in your next speech, make this consideration. Yes, Toastmaster Razan, Toastmaster really a great platform. It reminds us that we are here for the same purpose, regardless of differences in color, religion, but we are here with the same purpose to develop and touch others' life. Back to you, Contest Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ben. Could you please close your video and mute your mic? And this is your certificate of participation. Could you please co-host? Yeah, please share the. Fellow Toastmasters, now we shall observe 3 minutes of silence for the judges to total and prepare their ballot. And judges, please pass your ballots to the chief judge or the tally counter as you agreed. Timer, please notify me after 3 minutes. Thank you, timer. Now the 3 minutes are over. Chief Judge and tally counters are moved to the breakout room. Timer, please hand over your timer report to the Chief Judge. And I truly enjoy being your contest master for the speech evaluation contest. I hope each one of you also enjoy the proceedings too. I shall now hand over the screen to our Master of Ceremony, DTM Shankar Vishwanathan and Noora Bakshan.
Thank you so much, DTM Bashir.
Thank you much to DTM Bashir, and thank you so much, dear participants and delegates, for that wonderful performance. Before we proceed to the final segment this evening, we will have a few words of inspiration from our incoming regional advisor for Region 11, Distinguished Toastmaster James Taruk, a distinguished Toastmaster who has literally held positions right from area director to regional advisor for Region 11, and almost all positions in between. Please help me welcome Distinguished Toastmaster James Taruk.
Thank you very much, Madam Master of Ceremony. May I just request the technical team? I would like to share a screen. I would like to share my screen before I begin my talk. Yes, while working on the...
Yeah, you can share now.
Okay. Yes, greetings to our District 104 Director, TM Abdullah, to our Program Quality Director, TM Muhammad Kuni, to our CGD, DTM Mohammed Al-Hawsawi, the district officers, the contest organizers, the area directors, division directors, my beloved fellow Toastmasters and friends in Western region. Assalamualaikum and belated Eid Mubarak to all of you. I am privileged to be here speaking to my friends in District 104, and I would like to salute the contest organizers for choosing a very apt team, which is together we excel to win. With what is going on right now in our world, we know that there is a pandemic, and I think this is a very timely theme for us to get and pull all our actions together. I have noticed that there are 3 particular active words in the team, which is together, excel, and win. We all have a dream for ourselves, for our family, and I think the best level of dream is when you share it with others. They said that when you dream together, that is a form of reality. This is very true because at this situation right now, we can only dream of having a COVID-free society, a COVID-free world. This is a reality that we have to embrace sooner or later. The next word is very special to us because, you know, excellence is one of the core values of Toastmasters. Excellence is not achieved by overnight act. It is a result of repeated actions. No, I always remember our Toastmasters motto. Maybe some of the old members still remember it: for better listening, for better thinking, for better speaking, we learn by doing. They said that if you are still the same person compared as last year, then you are not growing. So for us to grow and embrace excellence, we really have to strive to do better. The third word is win. Tonight, some of you will sleep with the certificate of the winner certificate, while others will have the certificate of participation. Some of you will become winners tonight, but some of you also will become learners, you know. So the third is winning is something, but you know what? Participation is everything. So to sum it up, our theme for this evening is Together We Excel to Win. If you're going to summarize it, in reality, we need to do better by participating. By just mere attending this session, by just supporting your leaders, by filling the roles of timer, sergeant arms, or judge or chief judge, you are actually participating and you are contributing to that bigger reality of making ourselves better. So tonight, fellow Toastmasters, leaders of District 104, I would like to salute you for participating, and indeed, in togetherness, we can excel, and when we excel, we all win. Thank you. Special thank you to DTM Tanga for allowing me to share the screen, and thank you to the contest organizers. Back to our Master of Ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster James, for those words of encouragement. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests from District 104, that concludes the official segment of the meeting today. Are you guys ready for the results announcement? Yeah, we are not, basically. So you have to come back tomorrow for the results, because the results will be announced tomorrow. But we want to let you know what do you have in store when you come back tomorrow. DTM Tanga, if you could kindly share the agenda for tomorrow.
I will do that. I will do that.
If you thought today's meeting was fun and exciting, wait till you see the contest tomorrow, because we have some very exciting things lined up for you tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, the meeting starts at the same time, 7:15. Thank you so much to all the participants who made it here on time. You should give yourself a big round of applause for being such a nice audience. And this is the agenda that you know we started 7:15. You can join in 6:30. And the most important segment, which we are not doing today, the word segment, is tomorrow evening at around the same time. Once again, thank you for your patience. I now hand over the floor to our contest chair and program committee director for District 104, distinguished Toastmaster.
Thanks, Master of Ceremony, distinguished Toastmaster Shankar, and distinguished Toastmaster Nauran Kashwin for successfully completing on time, and we started on time. That is something very, we can say it is something great we have achieved, and that too, big contest like SATAC. So I think that's a great achievement. We started on time and we entered on time. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone, especially the audience and our contestant, our contest officials, our DTM Abdullah Filimban, for insisting that you have to start on time. So that is what we have done. So we have been watching starting from 6:45, and we arrange all the contest officials to make sure that we start the meeting on time. So this is a clear signal to all the contestants and the officials that we, District 104, always start on time. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank also the contest master, Faiza, and the chief judge, Tess Villanova, for the humorous contest, and also the contest master for the evaluation, DTM Bashiram Palavan, and also the chief judge, Tangasamy. We face change all the time in our personal lives and in our work. Life never stops changing, even though the most people do not welcome change. Facing it requires the ability to cope up with the new situations and find new ways of doing things. When changes are outside our control, we have to learn to accept them. When we have control, we create change and make the most of it. People who can deal with change easily are generally more successful, getting along with others, holding a job, and being successful. So a leader is someone who creates an event. Team members essentially brings life to it. So no event can take shape without the hardworking leader. So I salute our District 104 leader, DTM Abdullah Filimpan, and the entire SATAC team, especially the contest planning team, contest officials. And we would also like to acknowledge Distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed Gaitani, the World Champion of Public Speaking 2015, and Distinguished Toastmaster James Edward Taruk, the Regional Advisor to 2020-2021, our esteemed speaker, who took the time out of their busy schedule and showered us with your pearls of wisdom and knowledge. We are truly humbled by your patience. Thank you once again. Furthermore, let's have a special recognition to all the audience who remained patient throughout and encouraged the morale of the speaker by the gesture and enthusiasm. Thank you so much for being here, and see you tomorrow. We have planned a better program tomorrow. We have Alita Racho, the district, our international director, is our keynote speaker tomorrow. She'll be speaking around 8 o'clock immediately after we officially start our meeting. Then we have our regional advisor 2019-2020, DTM Ali Shahbaz, and we have a contestant of international and the table topic. So we'll have fun tomorrow. Hope you all enjoyed the day one. So day two will be more exciting. Thank you very much. Having said this, I adjourn the meeting. See, 10:30, we are on time. Thank you very much.
Please ask to open the video so that we can take a picture.
Surgeon at Tom, can you switch on all the videos and cancel my spotlight? I think no need audio, right? We need only video. CGT Muhammad Nasruddin, how are you?
Good, how about you?
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Actually,
Bashir, are you ready? Are we ready? Now for timing, we have 99. We started with 191. So it's almost 10:30. So yeah. Bashir, I think we can get only 5 into 5, 25 at a time, I think. Yeah, but we have only 65 video participants. Sajra Tam, can you switch on all the video? We have 34 more videos.
Doing that now.
Yeah, can you do that? Yeah, we have only 62 now.
We cannot open the video. We can ask them to open the video.
Yes.
We can ask them to open the video.
They should open from their side.
Okay, I think the first screen, I think you can take now. So we have almost
6 to 6 of us.
Yeah, but not in the first slide, right?
There is an option. We can hide all the screens where there is no video. So we are activating that.
We'll just give them a minute to open up the video.
Still, there are some more to come.
Yeah, so. Just say 1, 2, 3, Bashir, when you click. Because some are preparing themselves, so.
Okay, the first screen. I'm going to take the first screen.
Okay.
Smile. Okay, first screen is done.
Okay.
I'm going to move to the second one. Okay, done. Okay.
Yes, any comments from the participants? You're most welcome. Officially, we adjourn. DTM Abdullah Filima, you want to say something? DD? CGD? Okay, just a minute. DTM
Yes.
Nanda Kumar, you want to say something? Just a minute. DTM Nanda Kumar, yes?
The district district meeting was organized very well done. The most important, as you all said, the timing, which you have performed very well. Wish you all the best to all the contestants and all role players and all the members who are attended. I am from Oman. I am attached to Division C, District 105. Thank you all.
Welcome.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. That's a great honor.
CGD?
CGD, go ahead.
All right. First of all, I'd like to congratulate ourselves actually about this success we saw today, and we are very very honored about what we see, and we thanks the people who were behind this job, this work actually. Something is marvelous, and we congratulate you all, especially you, our BQD, for the effort and the time that you just started to be the what you call it, SATAC. SATAC, not the contest, the SATAC responsible person in a short period of time. It's a great job, and I wish, inshallah, tomorrow it will be the more honorable ending for our district and for the contestant, and we congratulate the winner at the end. Thank you very much for the whole participant people and our guests. Thank you very much for this opportunity to let me talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, CGD. Thank you, CGD. Yes, one participant.
CGD, can I have a word?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Our surgeon at arm and breakout room in charge, DTM Ashraf Abubakar.
I wish to thank DTM Koni and DTM Bashir for giving me the opportunity to be a part of the show. And I take this opportunity to thank my fellow Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster, the distinguished Toastmaster Sayyida Ansari and Toastmaster Khadija for being the part of the show. If in case if there has been any flaw today, please excuse us. It's a learning process, I'm sure. And we hope to continue this one tomorrow, this scheme tomorrow as well. Thank you.
It was a great job, DTM Ashraf Abubakar. You were in constant touch with the surgeon at arm in the main room. Very good. Great show.
Thank you very much, DTM Kuni, and thank you very much, DTM Abdullah, for this opportunity. And DTM Abubakar. It was nice being you as a co-host. Thank you.
Yes, somebody raised, I think Najib Khan, somebody raised the hand. Bashir, can you check who raised the?
Najib, he said he cannot open the video. Now I ask him to start this video.
Okay, okay. Anyone else want to speak? Yeah, there is someone raised. Yeah, Doha, somebody. Doha Shata, yes. I can unmute you for you. Yeah, can you speak? Yes, please.
Yes, I was just leaving. I'm just gonna thank you for today.
All right. Okay. Great. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, the contestant. What about the contestant? Hashim Mohammed. Yes, Hashim Mohammed. Can you? I think you can unmute yourself. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Basically, I'm from Qatar, Doha Malayalam Toastmasters Club. I'm the president.
Oh, really? That's great.
Yeah, it was very interesting contest. I mean, it was well organized. But I was just wondering because I'm from different districts, but you are always addressing your district only, but you expect the other people also attending your this beautiful contest, because I got it, to know from a group that there is a contest going on. As soon as I knew that there is, it is in Saudi Arabia, because it is my first home. In fact, I was in Saudi Arabia for a long time before I moved to Qatar. So it was wonderful to be part of your team. Only one personal which I have, because during the conversation of Toastmaster Kathani, I had one question. I tried to raise my hand so many times. I sent a personal chat and all that. But since there were not so many questions asked, I thought I would get a chance, but unfortunately I did not.
If you, sorry for that. If you can type it in the chat, definitely, because since we have a recording, I can take it to Mohammed Ghattani, and definitely that question will be answered. Sorry, extremely apologize for that.
No, it's okay. I mean, I was just telling, because there were not so many questions asked. That's the reason. Otherwise,
MC was
I will not tell you that.
Somehow
Anyway,
maybe MC missed, or
much.
maybe we missed it.
Sorry,
because yeah. All right. Okay.
Wonderful opportunity, and inshallah tomorrow I will be part of you anyway. Look forward to see you tomorrow.
Do send the chat. Do send it to the chat box. Definitely will.
I will do that. I will do that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
DTM Kuni, can I say a word?
Yes, please. Go ahead, Surgeon at Tom.
Good evening, fellow leaders. It's
okay.
been a wonderful day today. I'm actually all the way in Sri Lanka, and it's currently about 1 a.m. here. And I was wondering how I'm going to pull this through, because it's actually very late night.
Hats off to you. Hats off to you.
But I'm very grateful that you did. I really enjoyed it. I did not know how fast time went. It was really wonderful seeing all the speakers and all role players being very effective. And I'm looking forward to a really good day tomorrow as well, rather way better day tomorrow. And hats off to the whole District 104 organizing team for organizing such an effective contest. And I wish you all the very best. Thank you, DT.
Okay, so soon you'll be back to Jeddah.
Yes, hopefully, inshallah, soon.
All right, thanks. That's okay. Anyone else?
PQD, I also wanted to thank all the members who supported us.
Okay, sure.
Especially, all the three teams like timers, Sergeant at Arms teams, even the telecounters and all the judges, chief judges, they all cooperated well. It went very smoothly. They started on time, ended on time. We have very excellent contest we have today. And tomorrow we believe that same thing will continue. Thank you very much for all your support, especially the judges and especially the Sergeant at Arms team. They worked very well, because this is one of the important things. The Sergeant at Arms team should work very well. Otherwise, we are in trouble. But they did very well. They cooperated well. And the timers also, we had the plan B for timers failure and all, but it didn't happen. They did very well. Thank you very much for all.
Yeah, just to add, because we had 2 contestant training. We had 1 judges briefing, and then we had similar 2 times we had a training with timer, the tally counter, and also with the Surgeon at Arms. So yesterday we have done a mock for table topic and evaluation. because this is something new in the online, as most of you know that, because breakout room is something new, so people may mess up there. So we made sure that there is, it will go smoothly or it is flawless, because humorous is almost, similar to the physical contest, but what is different is the breakout room. So that surgeon at arm, I think, hats off to all the surgeon at arm, the timer and the tally counter for doing this diligently and, with all the commitment. Thanks a lot. DTM, Tanga, you can continue. Sorry for stopping.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you very much. I just wanted to thank them because they worked very hard, even day and night sometimes. Most of the time I have disturbed them, many of them. Anyway, it is our duty to do that. We will disturb again tomorrow. Till tomorrow, we will finish it until we finish them. Thank you very much for all your support.
Yes, contestant, yes, Saleh, you want to speak? Humorous contestant, Saleh, yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I would like to thank all of you, frontliners who worked behind the scenes also. Great job. To be honest, I was scared. I was terrified before the contest. I have my own doubts that things won't go smoothly, but everything went smoothly. And after the first speaker, I understood.
By the grace of Allah.
Exactly. And the training that you provide us and the support, it's too much. That's very
thanks.
Very nice.
This is what
all of you.
No, I would. Yeah, because it's because of the mutual support. We got a very good support from the contestant also. Just to add that. Okay, continue.
Beautiful. Really, I really appreciate it. It was very smooth, flawless, and it made me, I don't know about other contestants, it made me very relaxed and have confidence in how things are running. Thank you all very much.
Thanks a lot.
Toastmaster Saeed Al-Ghamdi, the contestant.
Yes, thank
you. Toastmaster Saeed, I'm sure I broke the ice in you when you were in the holding area. Didn't I? I made you feel comfortable, right?
Yeah, you did. You did. You distracted me a little bit from my rehearsal, but thank you so much for breaking the ice. So I just want to say a few words, if you may allow me. I was actually fully dressed in my formal uniform, so I can take the picture with you. But I missed that picture, and hopefully I don't miss it tomorrow. As for the humorous, I've witnessed some of the top-notch comedians who refuse to perform any comedy act on virtual platforms because they are saying it's one of the most terrifying things to speak to yourself and expect people are laughing and you don't see them actually. So what they've done, the contestant today, what they've done, it was extraordinary. They were extremely brave, and I'm so proud of them because they went the extra mile, keeping in mind that everyone is under curfew. They cannot go and purchase the required tools to make the experience through virtual reality easy. But they did it. They went there and they executed, and I'm so proud. They are, I'm learning from their courage.
Yeah.
Their courage. Second of all, everyone who worked on this, you made it smooth, you made it applicable, you made it achievable, and you let us. You brought the best out of us in a very smooth manner. Thank you so much. I'm forever grateful for every one of you. We started this amazing journey together today, and we're going to end it with a massive celebration tomorrow. I'm so grateful for every one of you. Thank you so much for the people who organized.
Thank you very much. Thanks for that.
And the people who attended. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for that compliment. Really, it's really motivating for all the contest officials sitting here. Thank you very much.
DTM Kunyi, can you share the tomorrow's agenda in the group, because there is a contestant is saying his name is not appearing in the agenda.
Sure. Contest officials or the contestant?
Contestant. Toastmaster Khaja, he said he's not. His name is not showing in the table topic. Maybe
sure. We will share it in the contestant group. No worries.
He's speaker number 2, if I'm not mistaken, for tomorrow's table topic.
He will be the first contestant, because the first contestant
will be the first contestant.
Contestant number 1 is Fahad. He is not appearing, so he will be the first one.
I will take care of that. Okay.
One more thing, Kunyi, I want to ask you, Kunyi, the logo behind you is showing SATAC 2020, right? But today in the Arabic contest, they were showing SATAC Taif. So which one is the correct one?
See, the logo, both the logo, it's approved by the TMI. The other one is the original one. We were supposed to be in Taif in April, and you know what happened. And then we moved to the online, and so we received many guidelines for the online contest. So this logo is prepared after that.
So please advise our Arabic team to use the new logo, not the Taif one.
Okay, thank you. Any other further comment? Bhaskaran, somebody want to speak?
Yeah, Bhaskaran, he want to speak.
Okay, Bhaskaran, yes.
Yes.
Master Club, yeah.
Good evening to all. Are you hearing?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Today contest is very wonderful contest and very good. All contestants they are given wonderful speech, and I enjoyed a lot. Really, I learned a lot from this contest. I wish all the contestants get the prizes.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Saeed Nasser, question? You raised your hand 2 times. Sorry for that. Saeed Nasser, question? You left?
I asked him to unmute the
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sure.
Yeah, congratulations to the entire team of this District 104. I really appreciate it. Was because of the hard work. Appreciate DTM Kuni, our District Director, Mr. Abdullah Filamban, Mr. Bashir, Mr. Ashraf Abubakar, Mr. Bhaskaram, everybody worked very hard, and it was really, it should be appreciated because first time it was online conducted, and it was totally professionally organized, and I salute everybody, thank everybody, and wish you all the best for tomorrow's remaining 2 contests. Thank you very much for giving this time, and it was really pleasant to hear from Mr. Gahtani also. And maybe tomorrow we will hear from Mr. Filamban. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Saeed Nasser. Question. Yes, Mohammed MT, you want to speak? You can unmute yourself. Yes, please. You can unmute yourself.
Right? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
We can.
Okay. Good evening to everybody. And first of all, thank you for giving me a chance to speak on this great platform. I'm very happy that it was a great honor to be part of this today. We learned a lot of things. It was well organized, the flow of the function, and many thanks, especially to DTM Kunji and DTM Bashir Ambalavan. It was really a learning experience. And the message from Muhammad Al-Khahtani was very useful. And thanks to everybody for giving me a chance. I'm very happy to be part of this and waiting for tomorrow to be part of the same event. Thank you.
Thanks.
Back to you.
Thanks, Mohammed MT. Thank you very much. Anyone?
Mohammed MT, what are the 5 rooms which Mohammed Al-Khahtani was asking to prepare?
Yeah,
do you remember?
I remember. Yeah, I can do. First of all, the first room is your physical room. Second is spiritual.
Yes.
Third
one
was workspace.
Oh, very good.
And fourth one, entertainment.
Okay.
Something like. And
Last one.
Fifth one was creative.
Sleeping.
It
Your
was
personal-
5 points. I think the sleeping I misplaced with something else.
Anyway, thanks.
You have 5 points. I remember it was very useful.
Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Bashir Ambala.
Does Bhaskaran want to speak again? Yes, you are unmuted.
Yeah, DTM Bashir, before the screenshot, it was not my video. Can you make it screenshot now for first screen?
You want to do? Because we are very few now.
Yes. No
Okay,
problem.
done. Done.
Before it was.
Okay.
Yeah, earlier it was not taken.
There are only 41, but only 31 is showing. Okay. The video is on. Okay, that's okay. 30 video is on. Okay. You can take no problem.
Done.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
DTM Bashir, why are you wearing a cap now?
Because this is the condition. And my AC is just here now.
Ah,
so
okay,
it is
okay.
giving very headache
Toastmaster
for me.
Bashir, one strap without cap.
No, I had already without cap.
No, with us.
So, gentlemen, I'll be joining you tomorrow in Jeddah. I'll be joining the meeting from Jeddah tomorrow. I'm getting my wings out of Yanbu after 1,072 hours. I'm stepping out tomorrow.
So tomorrow you can travel?
Yeah, from tomorrow I can travel. So I'm traveling to Jeddah tomorrow.
Officially, you can travel. Yes, tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, officially, yes.
But for us, no any. It will not make difference for us. We are anyway online.
No, for me, it's physically I'm breaking free.
No, tomorrow you'll be tired, so I'm worried now. You'll be driving or
How
you'll
are
be...
you? How are you coming, DTM Ashraf? Is it a plane or are you coming by road? How?
I'm going by road.
Okay, in your car?
Yes.
That's nice. Because I need to come to Jeddah too. So just
You're
try
too
to
far away,
sort out
madam.
the options.
You're too far away in Riyadh.
Okay, anyone would like to speak? So otherwise, okay, Mohammed Ansari. So we can have two more, then we have to wind up because it's already 11. Almost 10:50.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Yes, Mohammed Ansari. Can you unmute yourself? Yeah.
Yes, I did. Okay, good evening, the district committee. I mean, really, it was wonderful today, well organized and wonderful under the dynamic leadership of the district leaders, especially DTM Flimban and DTM Kuni and DTM, the other all leading members and the team, complete entire team. It was really very enjoyable, very organized, and we really appreciate on behalf of Pikpar Club I'm representing. So I'm just a great thank you for everybody. And I assure that tomorrow will be more successful, more smooth, inshallah, and we'll all participate. And I will also thankful to the contestants. They did a very good job. And the participants, they all deserve very much applause. Thank you very much again. Okay, sir, giving opportunity to attend.
Okay. Yeah, I think, is it time to wind up or anybody want to speak?
I think you can wind up now.
Okay, thank you very much, CGD. Thanks a lot, CGD. Thanks all. Okay, thanks, Najib. Thank you very much. Thanks, Sajid.
Could you please stop the recording? Recording is going on. Please stop that.
Okay. I've done that.